Present for today's private conference, our back chairman, Engineer Sevenson Manansong, back vice chairman, Engineer Oscar Kirimit, back members, Engineer David L. Palagangas, and Engineer William Taka. For the technical working group, headed by Engineer Renan Carrera, Architect Ramilisi. For the back secretariat, headed by yours truly, Engineer Manuel Lemicido Jr., with back secretariat member, Mr. Rolando Manuel. Since the majority of the back members are present, there is a quorum, sir.
Thank you, Sir Manny. Today's procurement activities, the private conference of two projects with contract ID 24AI0030, construction of Tagamusing in Alay River, Barangay Moreno, Santa Maria, Binalonan, Pangasinan, Package A. The second one is with contract ID 24AI0031, construction of Tagamusing in Alay River, Barangay Moreno, Santa Maria, Binalonan, Pangasinan, Package B, with an ABC of 49 million. This private conference is being conducted for contracts will bid with an ABC of 1 million and above. This is to discuss, clarify, and explain, among others, the eligibility requirements of the contracts to be bid. This is also to give the prospective bidders a chance to clarify other issues relating to the contract and the project. However, attendance is not mandatory for the prospective bidders, but we assume they are watching live streaming on our electronic. This point, may I call on our PWD then Engineer Renan Barrera to discuss the eligibility, technical and financial requirements of the contract to be bid.
Thank you, sir. We will now discuss the eligibility requirements for the project. Documents to be submitted by the bidders. Bid submission may be done manually or electronically / online. However, bidders should only select one mode of submission, either manual or electronic. Similar to manual submission, the guidelines for the preparation and submission of an electronic bid are contained in BDS Citing Clause 21 as per DO 87 Series of 2020. Electronic submission and receipt of bids for the procurement of civil works contracts. All electronic bids must be sent to the email address electronicbids_Pangasinan3rd at dpwh.gov.ph. Each bidder shall submit one original copy of the first and second components of its bid. Checklist of technical and financial documents. For technical proposal, Class A documents, legal documents, valid Pilgrim's registration certificate, platinum membership, all pages, in accordance with Section 8.5.2 of the IRR. For technical documents, statement of the prospective bidder of all its ongoing government and private contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started, if any, whether similar or not similar in nature and complexity to the contract. Statement of the bidder's single largest completed contract, SLCC, similar to the contract to be bid, except under conditions provided under the rules. Special pickup license in case of joint ventures and registration for the type and cost of the contract to be bid. Original copy of bid security. If in the form of surety bond, submit also a certificate issued by the Insurance Commission or original copy of notarized bid securing declaration. And for the bid validity period and bid security validity period, it should be 120 calendar days from the date of submission of bids. The bidder shall submit a bid securing declaration or any form of bid security enumerated below. For cash or cashier's or manager's check issued by a universal or commercial bank, and bank draft or guarantee or irrevocable letter of credit issued by a universal or commercial bank, the amount of bid security should not be less than 2% of ABC. For surety bond, carryable upon demand, issued by a surety or insurance company duly certified by the Insurance Commission as authorized to issue such security, the amount of bid security should not be less than 5% of ABC. For project requirements, shall include the following: organizational chart for the contract to be bid, list of contractors' key personnel, project manager, project engineers, materials engineers, and foreman to be assigned to the contract to be bid with their complete qualification and experience date. For project manager, project engineer, and foreman, the minimum years of similar experience should be 5 years, while for materials engineer, he or she should be DPWH Materials Engineer 1. List of contractors' major equipment units which are owned, leased, and are under purchase agreement supported by proof of ownership or certification of availability of equipment, lessor or vendor for the duration of the project, as the case may be, and original signed omnibus sworn statement, and if applicable, original notarized secretary certificate in case of corporation, partnership, or cooperative, or original special power of attorney of all members of the joint venture, giving full power and authority to its officer to sign the OSS and do acts to represent the bidder. For financial documents, the prospective bidder's computation of net financial contracting capacity, NFCC, is as follows. NFCC is equal to current assets minus current liabilities multiplied by 15 minus value of unfinished projects, including awarded projects not yet started, coinciding with the contract to be bid. For Class B documents, if applicable, the lease and joint venture agreement, GVA, in accordance with RA number 4566 and its IRR, in case the joint venture is already in existence, or duly notarized statements from all the potential joint venture partners stating that they will enter into and abide by the provisions of the GVA in the instance that the bid is successful. For financial proposal, original of the signed and accomplished financial bid form and other documentary requirements under RA number 9184, original of the signed bid prices in the bill of quantities. Duly accomplished detailed estimates form, including a summary sheet indicating and cash flow by quarter. Criteria and procedure for detailed evaluation of bids, post-qualification, and award. The financial component of bids of each past bidder shall be evaluated using non-discretionary criteria, including arithmetical corrections for computational errors, and thus determine the correct total calculated bid prices. The BAC shall automatically disqualify any total calculated bid prices which exceeds the ABC. The following factors are to be considered in the evaluation of the bid prices. First one, completeness. No price in required item means non-complying, indicating a zero or a dash means free to the GOP. All prices are deemed to include all taxes. Bids not addressing or providing all the required items in the bidding documents, including where applicable BOQ, shall be considered non-responsive. For arithmetical corrections, bid prices in figures versus words, words prevails. Total price versus unit price per item, unit price prevails. Total price versus actual sum of component items, actual prevails. Unit cost in detailed estimates versus unit cost in BOQ, latter prevails. Lastly, above ABC, non-compliant. For post-qualification, the verification of the following legal requirements required: licenses, certificates, permits, and non-inclusion in blacklist. For technical requirements, single largest completed contract, SLCC, similar to the contract. Key personnel, minimum work experience requirements should be satisfied. Availability and commitment of major construction equipment. Failure of the prospective bidder to state a complete technical description of the pledged equipment and the specific bidder's automatic location, whether owned, leased, or under purchase agreement, shall result in the bidder's automatic post-disqualification for award of contract and forfeiture of its bid security per DO 58 Series of 2012. Performance in ongoing government and private contracts. Negative slippage of at least 15% in any one project, or negative slippage of at least 10% in each of two or more contracts. Failure of the contractor to commence repair work and complete ongoing contracts in the prescribed date after receipt of the notice of defects and deficiencies. Failure of the contractor to commence repair works on contracts with pending certificates of acceptance in the prescribed date after the receipt of the notice of defects and failures. substandard quality of works or unsatisfactory performance per contract term and condition at the time of inspection, liquidated damages currently imposed on the contractor, DO-127 series of 2018, strict application of RA 9184 in the conduct of post-qualification of bidders with delayed ongoing contracts with the DPWH, authenticity and correctness of bid security, financial requirement, audited financial statement, especially current assets and liabilities, up-to-date value of all outstanding or uncompleted works under ongoing and awarded contracts, updated NFCC versus TBC, notes on the personnel and equipment requirements of the project. If a proposed key technical personnel is an employee of the bidder and working on another project at the same time of the bidder shall submit a certification that the personnel will be pulled out from the ongoing project once the bidder is awarded the contract. And second, he or she will be replaced with another person with equal or better qualifications as certified by the head of the implementing office. The bidder may propose a key technical personnel who is not its employee, provided that the said personnel is required to submit a certification that he or she will work for the bidder if it is awarded the contract under bidding. This certification shall be included in the first envelope of the sealed bid. Also to be verified during post-qualification is the set of equipment pledged by the bidder. The bidder should specify in the submitted bid the location of the equipment where they can be inspected. If any equipment is not in the specified location, then the bidder shall be post-disqualified. Contract of award. The contract shall be awarded to the bidder whose bid has been determined to be the lowest calculated and responsive bid. As a result of detailed evaluation and post-qualification conducted, the successful bidder shall be notified through the issuance of notice of award within the bid validity period and must be confirmed by the successful bidder in writing within 10 days upon receipt thereof in accordance with Section 37.2.2 of 2016 revised IRR of RA 9184. Common reasons for rejection of bids and eligibility and post-disqualification of bidder. Failure to submit original copy of the surety bond certified by the Insurance Commission, indicating the name of the project, the procuring entity and name of contractor, shorter bid validity and bid security validity period, overlapping of pledged equipment and committed key technical personnel, failure to indicate the validity of bid in the bid form, late submission of bid, failure to submit supporting documents, for example, certification of availability of equipment, negative slippage in ongoing projects, negative 15% or more, or negative 10% in which two or more projects, unsatisfactory CPAS rating, incomplete pages of bid documents, either for technical and financial, and for the authority of the signatory to sign on behalf of the bidder. For single proprietor, the signatory should be the owner or proprietor only. For corporation or cooperative, board secretary certificate and board resolution. For joint venture resolution and agreement. And for partnership, as indicated in the articles of partnership. That's all, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Engineer Raya. To further elaborate on the proposed project's technical component, aspects which will be discussed by therapeutic EC.
For the technical components of the project, for the project number 1, contract ID number 24AI0030, contract name, Structure of Tagamusing and Allied River, Barangay Moreno, Tamaria, Binalonan, Pangasinan. Package A, scope of work and item description, instruction of rebatement, approved budget for the contract, 49 million pesos. For the contract duration, 201 calendar days. For the second project, contract ID number 24AI0031, contract name, construction of Tagamusing and Allied River, Barangay Moreno, Santa Maria, Binalonan, Pangasinan. Package B, for the scope of work and item description, instruction of rebatement, approved budget for the contract is 49 million pesos, and for the contract duration, 201 calendar days. And for the schedule of opening of bids will be on November 3, 2023 at 9:30 a.m. at DPWH
Conference Room, Tumana Rosales, Pangasinan. For the submission of electronic bids for the DPWH bid portal, electronic bids underscore Pangasinan 3rd at dpwh.gov.ph. And for the YouTube account for live streaming, https://www.youtube.com/dpwh-pangasinan 3rd DO. That's for all, sir.
Thank you, Architect Yusuf. For further details, the prospective bidders can get copy of these of the minutes of this pre-bid conference upon written request not later than 5 days. To my fellow back and at PWD and Back Secretariat, do you have any more issues and concerns before we end this procurement activity? Is there any motion to join this pre-bid conference? In view of the motion of Engineer Gustavo Pirimit and duly seconded by Engineer David Palaganos, and no objection by Engineer Ranger Prada, I hereby declare this pre-bid conference adjourned. Thank you very much. We'll be back at 9:30 for the opening of the technical